On this very cold day, I'd like to show you guys the new car I've acquired. Right here is the key. What's this secondary key? Remote start. It's the 99 Dodge Intrepid. It's the Eurosport edition. That's what the ES stands for. It's not my name because I'm actually planning on selling it. I'd like to sell this before I sold that, but because that's going to need a little bit more work. Even though the Land Rover is better in the snow, I think this is more mechanically, mechanically sound. It's starting it up right now. Very quiet car. We'll need some new front tires. That's about it. We've had this car ever since it was brand new. Well, we bought it with 15,000 miles, but that's still new to me. And when my mom got her 2008 Impala, which usually sits in the garage, she gave this to my grandma. My grandma bought a new, I still consider it new, 2011 Mazda 3. So she gave me this. She was wanting me to scrap it, saying no, it's worth more than scrap. It's a very clean car.
Here's the best part. At Miami,
so here's the inside of it. Got your power mirrors, door locks, windows, all the standard stuff. Power seats. The only thing this doesn't have, I believe, is the spoiler, sunroof, and leather seating.
Please visit disclosure.miami.
Everything is original except for the remote start, which is that. Cruise control. Here is the mileage. Check engine lights on. I'll show you guys what that problem is later in this video. You have your headlights, turn them on, pull them out for fog lights. This is, I always like Dodge and Chrysler because of this switch. You can turn on the lights here, but the door's open. Wipers right there. And then you just put the key in, turn it to on, and then you just put it in gear, or you can step on the brake and there, car's on now, door's just locked. Do have all the original keys. Here's the original keys. Right here is the auto stick transmission. You can come down here, then push over, push down. It tells you what gear you're in up here. Here you have your power. The car's never been smoked in. It's a very well kept car, always dealed by, or like always maintained by the dealership. It's got the original cassette and CD player. Heat only works on high. I think it's just a fuse. AC works. Glove box. Up here you got your lights, mirrors, cup holders, storage. Both the seats are power. You got the Infinity speakers, which are pretty good, although one is blown. I think it's that tweeter or maybe that door one, I don't know. Down here you got your trunk open button, I can't think, hood release, and your trunk release button. Like I say, a very clean car. And these seats are so comfortable. It's crazy. It's like sitting on an old couch. Right here you can, you know, you have your vent settings for back here, which is pretty convenient for the back passengers. You got the map holder right there. Your vanity lights. And then, you know, that thing. Clothes rack. You can also access the trunk. It's a huge ass trunk. Gas tanks on this side. Here is the trunk. Spare tires underneath that cover. Hydraulics don't stay very good. They'll need new ones. And this trunk is closed on me. It's hit my head. God, it knocks you out because this thing is heavy. Same with the hydraulics in the front. It'll need new ones. It's worse in cold weather, and I think it's only like 15 out right now. We're about to get a bunch of snow. It's Ohio. It's got the 3.2 liter engine and also 24 valves instead of the 12. So it's a very fast car. Obviously it's a lot faster than that. But I read online it has 235 horsepower. The RT edition, which came out in 2002, I believe, had 224. Not 24, but what was it? 245 or something? I don't know. But anyway, it's a very sporty car. I think. That's just my own opinion. Let's take it for a little drive. And then I'll show you guys the little device you can hook up. I bought, it's called CarMD. It's right here. That tells you what the check engine light, all the computer errors. Okay, I'm trying to. It's a very big car. It also handles like a very big car. So it's, you know, it's not the best on cornering. Camera ran out of space. Anyways, what I was saying is I use this car as my driving test car, and I knocked about every cone over. It's just a big car. It's like a bubble almost. And I think this was before Daimler Chrysler, or Daimler, however you say that, bought it. This is still the new Chrysler though. But I think it's a pretty darn good car. It's very quiet, shifts smooth. Brakes are pretty decent on it. I say about tire tread's only, you know, about 50%. Right there. I don't know if you can see it because the steering wheel, right there where that little hole is. That's not a hole, but that's where traction control's at. This car does not have traction control. So, you can actually peel wheels on this car. And it'll burn a little bit of rubber because it's just so quick. I'm gonna show you guys in a second. I barely have my foot on the pedal. See, yeah, we're flying now. But let me turn around somewhere up here because I only got 7 minutes left. This is probably boring some of you, and I don't care. I just wanted to get this video in before I sold the car because I need some money to remodel the house I'm going to get. Needs new carpet. So, let me find a turnaround spot here. Oh, old Corvette. I don't know whose house this is. Not a very good turnaround spot either. Also doesn't help that I'm recording. But actually this car has never been dogged out. It's never really been driven hard. When my grandma took over, all she did was drive it to Walmart, which is like 2 minutes away from her house. So I don't know why she needs a new car, but that's her. Overall, I like this car. I kind of like it more than my Prius. Even if it doesn't have navigation, backup camera, Bluetooth, all that new stuff. I think this is a fun little car to drive. Like I said, on cornering, it's pretty rough. I'm used to the little Prius and the Land Rover, which is actually a short wheelbase, so it handles corners pretty good. And I think the Intrepid was off of the LHS wheelbase or vehicle style. I don't know what you call it, but for the Chrysler Concorde, I think. Could be wrong. Like I said, it's a fun little car to drive, a stupid dog. Okay, turn it off. Okay, so let me explain what this thing is here. I just recently plugged it into the Prius. Also, I found out a way to self-diagnose the Prius on the little computer screen itself. That'll save you about $100 at the dealership. Maybe I can show it in a different video, but it's still on YouTube nonetheless. Okay, you plug it in to the computer, which is it right here. Accessory has to be on, or it has to be on the on position, just not started. Plug it in, it'll beep 4 times, right there, and you just plug it into the computer, your home computer, like desktop or something, which I'll show you real quick. And it will pull up all the information on the car. Okay. Right here is the cable. It's like an old printer cable. Hook up. Need the device. You plug it in. Put that down. Plug it in at the bottom. Don't know if you can see this, but there it goes. It says data. It'll bring up a web page. Log in. And here are the vehicles I have. You can see all their history. Not like a Carfax though. Just trying to... I've never been launched on this page before. And the internet is kind of slow here. It's DSL. So here's a Prius. Has all the recall information on it. But this one came back good. See right here? Okay, go to the Land Rover. There's like, I think 8 problems. There's only 3 recalls. But I have all kinds of problems. You can click this. But the Intrepid is what I want to show, since that's what the video is. Right here, just click this. Current mileage. Well, when I put it in. Right up here, summary. You have a cure button, estimated repairs. All it is, I believe, was a vacuum thing. Faulty vacuum hose. Or an O2 sensor. And that's all it is. So, that's why the check engine light's on. But it's a pretty neat tool. Don't think it's worth really $100 though, because you can't even reset the error codes. But if you want to diagnose your car, it's something neat to do. But anyways, that's my video. Thank you for watching.